Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. 1923 Season 2 Review. I wish we could spend 10 seasons with Yellowstone's high-stakes Western spin-off after an excellent return. I have to preface this by saying I never watched Yellowstone. I decided to go through the franchise in chronological order, so the prequel spin-off shows were my first gateway into the franchise. And what a treat was waiting for me. Of the two, 1883 and 1923, the latter was the one I loved the most. 1923 did a phenomenal job of exploring how the Dutton family did during the Prohibition era, with a solid ensemble of characters. 1923 Season 2's cast brings most of them back, anchored by strong performances from Harrison Ford, Helen Mirren, and Brandon Sklenar. 1923 Season 1 ended with a few major events. Spencer and Alexandra were forced to separate, which I hated to see happen, and the Dutton family had to brace for a winter that promised to be quite harsh. Adding to it, Timothy Dalton's Donald Whitfield paid off the Dutton ranch's debt, which means if Ford's Jacob Dutton does not find a way to raise enough money to pay him back before the time to do so expires, the Duttons will lose their home to the mining tycoon. 1923 Season 2 continues those high-stakes stories to great effect. In true Game of Thrones fashion, winter was coming when we last saw the Yellowstone spin-off series. 1923 Season 2 fully tackles how that changes life at the ranch and presents some unexpected challenges. On a technical aspect, it allows the show to soar. One of my favorite parts of the series is just how gorgeous it looks. There is a very cinematic feel to 1923, with nature playing a key role in the show and motivating many of its characters. Winter paints Montana's backdrops white and offers truly compelling visuals. That said, it is not all pretty. Snowstorms and more dangers are lurking in the vicious season, which allows the show to explore whether the Duttons are really cut for that kind of life amid all the issues they are facing. In the first 3 episodes of Season 2 I watched for review, those questions are explored in quite a few different ways. I was surprised to see how many new problems could come out of the winter setting, and I truly think it changes the show for good, offering exciting new obstacles for the Duttons. The snowy Montana is not the only location we explore in 1923 Season 2. After we last saw them at the end of Season 1, Spencer and Alexandra were separated. The couple is my favorite duo in the series, so it is very interesting to watch as they start their journeys towards meeting each other in very different locations and conditions. I loved how their journeys balanced the show's visuals with exciting scenarios. It feels like they exist in a world completely separate from what the Duttons are experiencing back home. As with Season 1, I can't help but praise the cast. The show did a phenomenal job here, and Season 2 delves even deeper into the characters after the first season set them up perfectly. One of the most intriguing players on the show is Donald Whitfield. Season 1 showed how much of a ruthless and scary character he is. However, Season 2 makes him even worse, and it's compelling to watch Dalton, who brings such wickedness to the villain with such a contained demeanor, instead of using outbursts to lash out. Mirren's Cara Dutton remains the rock of the family. She takes control of adverse situations and alternates between a strong persona and moments of vulnerability that make her a compelling and well-rounded character. In interviews about the show, Mirren has talked about how co-star Harrison Ford had a change in his acting in the past few years, and it opened a new door to his inner feelings. That statement could not be more correct. After an outstanding performance in Season 1, Ford chews up the scenery every time he appears in Season 2. Jacob puts his life on the line to help his family, which allows Ford to deliver emotional performances throughout Season 2's first few episodes. I'd be remiss not to mention Brandon Sklenar as Spencer Dutton and Julia Schleifer as Alexandra. Separated at the end of Season 1, the characters must each find their way back to each other in Montana, just like they promised. Sklar's performance as Spencer is nuanced, with the beast of a man displaying a lot of heart. As for Schleifer, she shines in some of the season's most dramatic moments. 1923 Season 2 start is sublime. From the moment Taylor Sheridan's 1923 returned for its second season, it was clear that the Yellowstone universe had struck gold once again. The sweeping Western drama, which serves as a prequel to the modern-day saga of the Dutton family, continues to prove why its storytelling, characters, and cinematography make it one of the best series on television. With a mix of high stakes, brutal realism, and emotional depth, 1923 Season 2 cements itself as not just a worthy installment in the ever-growing Yellowstone franchise, but as a show that deserves at least 10 more seasons. A spectacular return to the Wild West. The second season wastes no time picking up where it left off, thrusting audiences back into the harsh, unforgiving Montana landscape of the early 20th century. The Dutton family, led by the ever-commanding Jacob Harrison Ford and the unwaveringly strong-willed Kara, Helen Mirren, finds itself facing new threats that test their resilience and their ability to hold onto the Yellowstone ranch. From land disputes and government interference to the lingering shadows of violence that come with the territory, the stakes have never been higher. What makes 1923 so compelling is how it seamlessly weaves together multiple storylines. While the core of the series remains with the Duttons and their fight to protect their land, the subplots, whether it be Spencer Dutton's Brandon Sklenar, turbulent journey, or Tiana Rainwater's Amina Neves' fight for survival, are just as gripping. Sheridan's writing ensures that no character feels secondary. Each arc is given the space to breathe, develop, and contribute to the show's overall tension and drama. The performances continue to shine. Helen Mirren and Harrison Ford are once again the beating heart of 1923, delivering powerhouse performances that elevate the already strong narrative. Ford's portrayal of Jacob Dutton is particularly striking this season, as we see the weight of leadership and responsibility bearing down on him in ways that push his character to the brink. Mirren, as Kara, continues to be a force to be reckoned with. Her unwavering strength and sharp intellect make her one of the most formidable characters in the entire Yellowstone universe. Brandon Sklenar's Spencer Dutton remains a standout, with his arc offering some of the most intense and cinematic moments of the season. His journey is one of self-discovery, redemption, and, of course, brutal confrontations. Amina Neves also delivers another unforgettable performance as Tiana Rainwater, whose storyline continues to shed light on the harrowing realities of Native American history. Her arc is one of resilience and power, making her one of the most compelling figures in the series. Cinematic brilliance. One of the defining aspects of 1923 has always been its breathtaking cinematography. Season 2 does not disappoint, offering sweeping vistas of the Montana wilderness, intimate character moments captured with stunning detail, and heart-pounding action sequences that feel larger than life. Whether it's a tense standoff, a brutal gunfight, or a quiet moment of reflection by a campfire, every frame of the show is beautifully crafted. The show's score also deserves praise, as it enhances every moment with a haunting, powerful presence that amplifies the emotional weight of each scene. 1923 is not just a TV show, it's a cinematic experience that fully immerses its audience in the grit and grandeur of the early American West. The stakes have never been higher. What truly sets 1923 apart is its ability to maintain relentless tension. The dangers feel real, the consequences are brutal, and the characters are constantly tested in ways that push them to their limits. This season brings new villains, new alliances, and new betrayals that keep viewers on the edge of their seats. Sheridan masterfully blends historical elements with high drama, making every episode feel like an event. Moreover, the way the show tackles themes of survival, loyalty, and legacy makes it resonate on a deep level. The Duttons are not just fighting for land, They are fighting for their way of life, their future, and their identity. It's this emotional depth that makes 1923 so much more than just a Western. It's a powerful character study wrapped in the harsh beauty of the frontier.